Oh, Gregory.
Anthony.
What's up,
Man, I
buddy?
thought I was pretty sure that you had hit record because we were just having a pretty heated debate on the origin of man, and it
I don't know if
was
it was a
a
heated debate. You were using science and logic, and I was merely explaining that we're a large alien experiment.
touche, sir, touche. Thank you for clearing that up before I even had to say
Yeah,
anything.
no, I'm
But
just making sure that the listeners
yeah,
understand that one of us is using science and research and logic, and the other one's right.
the other one is just making shit up
And the other
that
one,
like
oh yeah,
no and
okay.
has no nothing to back any of
Buddy,
it.
the singularity artificial intelligence that the aliens use to monitor this experiment reads all posted transcripts, and I bet you they
Uh,
find me and spare my life when they come to reset this big petri dish.
when the rapture happens.
Yeah, they're gonna reset this here biological petri dish.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, yeah, this is going to be a
Ah,
fun one.
I'm so
Welcome to
excited,
Something Neat. Here, we like to talk about something neat while drinking something neat. I'm your co host, Greg.
and I'm your other co-host, Anthony.
Welcome.
So we got that. We're within the first like minute and change. That's
Yeah, no,
that's
that was
that's
really,
impressive.
I just, while there was a lull, I just shot it in there. I also said it wrong, but we're close enough.
It's close enough. Welcome back to something neat, where we drink something neat, and talk about something neat.
That's what I was
Ah,
going for.
man,
Anyway,
buddy, I'm excited. I honestly,
yeah.
I don't want to belabor the banter or frankly the
Mhm.
whiskey too much in this one. I feel like we should just get to what we're drinking, start drinking it, and get
I
into
think
this because
that.
I'm
I do want to say I feel like we haven't chatted in a bit, so I wouldn't mind a little bit of a catch up. I
god
don't
damn
know, I
it.
don't know where
Fine.
you're at. Yeah, let's
Fine.
let's let's do a little bit. Let's do a little bit.
Fine.
Yeah.
Well, we actually haven't done this in we
Mhm.
haven't done an actual weight competition check-in during the
We
podcast
haven't
ever
the whole
yet.
time.
We
Well,
announced we were going to do it. We've been
what
doing it the whole time, but we literally forget
we
to bring
have
it
been.
up. Um
So that is actually very interesting. I'm gonna pull up our tracking spreadsheet.
I think we're
Uh,
still probably pretty close.
our weight loss showdown
I'm
spreadsheet.
down.
We
I'm
are
actually I'm
very
yeah, I was going to say
close.
I'm actually down another pound after my trip to Boston. Don't
Actually,
really
you
know how I
were. I
pulled that
forgot to
off.
put your. I wasn't sure if I was going to record your last one because you were using your Fridays data, and I wasn't sure if I trusted it. But I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna let it go. Because I think it was.
Well, it was I'm actually down from there. So,
Oh, nice. I am not because I am losing my willpower. You were. I have to check the. I'll check it to make sure. But yeah, you're definitely pulling ahead. We were neck and neck for a while there, but I think with one more week in this competition, aka this week, we're weighing in like this is currently the last week right
yeah,
now.
well, we'll do Monday and then we'll
Mhm.
do one more Monday.
Okay, we'll do one more Monday
Yeah,
because
we'll do one. Yeah,
we're
we'll do
gonna
one
edit.
more Monday.
Okay, I think that's fine. Well, I'm going to the shore too, so I'm not gonna get any better. Um,
Okay.
but
Well,
either
yeah.
way,
Either
I
way,
think we'll see. I won't call it yet. We'll see how I do because like I said, I've started to lose willpower. I think that you have an unfair advantage a little bit in this one because you have a wedding that you're preparing for, and I have like nothing that I really have to do this for. It's mostly just for funsies. So
as I chug my water. Well, again. So I have a dietitian that my insurance pays for because that's fucking awesome, preventative and what have you.
pretty cool.
Um, so it's like we're actually like now because so you asked what else is going on. Wedding things are
Mhm.
starting to ramp up a little bit.
Yep, it's going to be
And we
that
have
time.
our yeah, and so final suit fitting for an early October wedding is like end of August. Like it's the latest I
Hmm.
can go. So I can't lose too much more weight after that, even though I'll have like a whole
Hmm.
month and change because I don't want my suit to fit like a fucking clown suit. So we've
Yeah.
sort of like totally retailored like the next couple months of
Hmm.
like my diet and macros. So I kind of like just like eke down a little bit. Like I
Hmm.
like instead of like trying to do like a pound a week, we're
Hmm.
we're at like little like a half a pound, maybe quarter of a pound a week.
But you have been doing way more than a pound a week. I don't know
It's
where
it's
your
in
numbers are
it's
coming
it's
from.
like in it's like in bunches.
No, well, it is, yeah, but like it's way more like if
It's
you
like
what
it's I was at like 2 pounds a week, give or take.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, and you've lost. I don't want to do math.
It's gonna end up being like a pound and a half.
Yeah, it is actually about 2 pounds a week.
Yeah,
You're pretty much like
yeah.
averaging it out. It's pretty. It
Yeah,
seems
we
like
were
more,
yeah,
but yeah.
we were pretty aggressive with it because we had a timeline. Now we're kind of at the end
Mhm.
of that timeline. Frankly, I'm pretty happy with where like I feel so much better. People are complimenting
That's
me.
that's the thing where I'm at is like Jan and I were talking about because my wife Jan is also kind of doing it unofficially with us, and has also been doing a great job with it. And putting on clothes that didn't fit you that now fit you is such a good
Dude,
feeling.
I got to wear my fancy sport. So I had a work trip in Boston. I got to wear my
Mhm.
fancy sport coat with like the little
Uh-huh.
with like the gold buttons that hasn't fit me in like 3 years.
Buddy, I am the lightest I've been since I moved here from Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
like in like 10 years,
What's I, my
which is crazy.
I'm
It's been
wearing
10 years
my
since I moved in
I'm
here.
wearing my Tom Morello shirt. This shirt is big
Uh-huh.
on me, like right now. Like
Yeah.
it's like very loose.
Yeah, I'm wearing a workout shirt that I used when I was working out in Pittsburgh. That's like
It's like loose now.
lighter than it was. Yeah,
Yeah, nah, dude,
it's nicer, looser.
so whoever wins or loses, the exercise as a whole has been a successful one.
It has been.
Pun intended, the exercise.
Mhm.
And yeah, and I'm just gonna. I mean, I'm gonna stick with it, just not as aggressive, like
Yeah,
because
I
it
mean, I'm planning
sucks.
on sticking
Like
with it too.
a very restrictive deficit.
Mhm.
It just fucking blows sometimes.
Yeah, and that's why I've kind of backed off on it to where I mean, in the beginning, I was losing a lot quicker. I was ahead of you for a while.
Yeah, but
Uh,
you would also you I had been going for 6 months already.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is very true. I had that first kick that you
Yeah,
just drop, like your
yeah,
weight
where
just
the
falls off in the
body just
beginning.
is like, oh god, shit, you're not
Yeah,
eating. I must burn
it's
the
still
fat, and then it's like, wait a minute,
yeah.
too much, slow down.
It's still
Cortisol
burning.
spikes. There's truly like a Goldilocks zone, like genetically, like everyone
Hmm.
sort of has like that like Goldilocks zone of like intake outtake, where it's like you need to make
Hmm.
sure you're getting enough calories for like
Hmm.
your activity level and your size. Otherwise, your body just gets real. I mean, you'll still lose weight. Like if you go into like a
Hmm.
crazy deficit, you'll still lose weight. But like if you're not
Hmm.
getting enough protein, it's gonna burn muscle because muscles are more
Yeah,
available. So, like
exactly.
there are so many pitfalls with like because that's the problem. People will like cut their calories by like 1,000 or 1,500 below maintenance, and they'll lose a bunch of weight.
Hmm.
But at some point, it
But
just
at what
stop. Yeah,
cost?
literally at the
Yeah.
cost of muscle mass, and like
Yeah.
eventually, like you will just like you will stall out.
Yeah. And I think it's interesting because the body is a very interesting thing. And I think that ties into a little bit about what we're going into. But I think we need to start with introducing this whiskey because I'm going to segue us out of the chat about this because it's going well and I'm very happy with it. Um, but like you said, I was looking for a quick little recap, and I am really into getting into this bottle.
Yep, because health is good because we want to look good when we're old. Clever little segue.
Old, old,
Old what, Greg? Old
like the
what?
bottle of old
Old
Fitzgerald that
Fitzgerald.
we're going to be drinking that we have both already opened, but that's
Well,
okay.
that's because I didn't think you were gonna find ones.
Well, I didn't think that we were going to do it for an episode, and I found one, and I wanted to try it because those of you that listened to our previous episode, this is one of the bottles that is on my well, it's sort of on my unicorn list. This is the Old Fitzgerald bottle and Bond 7 year. This is the one that they made as sort of a shelf staple type of bourbon, which it's still really hard to find. We had a lot of
It
issues
is
trying to find it
allocated.
before.
Like we
It
talked
is
about, like
this one. I don't.
allocated.
This
Old
one
Fitzgerald.
is.
I think Old Fitzgerald's allocated.
There's two different kinds of Old Fitzgerald.
Oh, the tens allocated.
It's so the this one is not allocated, but it is still very sought after, so it goes off of shelves quickly. The other one is their decanter series that gets released twice a year, and that one is between an 8 and 12 year age statement, I believe, on it. But that's the one that they had for a long time, and they just started having this one in I think 2024 or 2025.
Yeah, that
But
sounds right.
it's very
It's not.
similar.
I genuinely thought the 7 was allocated. I literally have never once seen this
It's so
on the
hard to
shelf
find it.
in Pennsylvania. I got mine in
I couldn't
Delaware.
believe. Yeah, I actually got mine in not the same store that I usually get all my stuff in, that the stuff that's hard to find, in a different store that I just went into and was like, holy shit, it's actually on the shelf.
That's sick.
So
So,
I
oh
snagged
man.
me a bottle.
So, like all bottle and bonds, it is exactly 100 proof and aged in a under U.S. government supervision rick house. It is a Kentucky straight bourbon,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean
7 year age statement.
we've both already tasted it. Yeah, so bottle and bond has to be minimum of 4 years. They went the extra leap. Oh wait.
The extra.
Score.
Ooh, that was a good one. That was a
Yeah,
good one.
how long is a four score? What's a score? Isn't it like a
Or I think
score
it's
like
12 years.
no, that can't be right. Ah, maybe. Score might be 12
I'm pretty
years.
sure it's 12 years because I
Four
think four
score.
score and seven is like 67 years, right?
That have only been 67 years after the foundation of the Union? Hey
How
Siri,
long
how long is a
is
score?
4 score and 7 years?
No, they gave me the duration
87.
of the
Give me
movie, The
score.
Score.
So a score is 20 years.
Score, okay. Full
Yeah,
score,
I
7
was
years
off.
ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
Cool.
I used to be able to do the whole thing.
Old Fitzgerald.
Anyway.
So yeah, it's bottled and bond, like you said. This one is very interesting because we did all of the larcenies, and this is similar to the larcenies that it is also a wheated bourbon, but it's the one that they kind of did the extra, like you said, went the extra mile with it, did it bottled and bond, and it's I don't know. I'm excited for it. I did try some yesterday because again, I didn't think that we were doing an episode on it, and I didn't want to wait.
And like all the larcenies, it's a weeded mash bill.
Mhm.
Like a lot of the Heaven Hill stuff, it's a weeded mash bill.
A lot, not all of it, but all of the larceny sector is weeded.
There's, I think, just the regular Heaven Hill bottle and bond is also weeded.
I don't
I
know. I
mean, the
actually just
bottle's
had it.
literally
I was
right next
just
to you, is it
trying.
not?
It
Yeah.
is not. I
Oh,
can go grab it though.
it's fine.
I'll be right back.
We can just I can just look it up. Okay, so anyway, while Greg's gone on the nose, um, man, it's so good. It's super smooth. Um, yay, Greg's back. I don't have to vamp anymore.
Buddy, I was listening to you while you were vamping, and I think you said 3 words. So I don't know. I don't know how vamping.
I said, that smells good. Ah, Greg's back.
Smells good.
Mmm.
Delicious.
Sure got a
So
pretty
this
smell.
one, I don't
No?
think this one's weeded. It doesn't say weeded anywhere on
It's,
this.
if it was weeded, it'd say weeded. Okay, I was
It
wrong.
would definitely say weeded. Yeah, because like I was telling you before, I had a little bit of this before the episode,
Yeah.
and I was kind of curious about the comparison between the two, and it definitely tastes more of the like bourbon.
Bourbony bourbon.
I'm trying not to say it, but it's literally now that we have introduced it into our like
Vernacular.
vocabulary, it's now just something that comes to mind when I'm thinking about a bourbon that tastes like this. But yeah, it definitely has a little bit of the rye in it. It has the typical profile that you think of in 100 proof bourbon.
All right,
So
well,
this one's a little
let's talk
different.
about the smell on this one. It
Mm,
is it smells good. You get some of the ethanol on the nose, but it is 100 proof.
a little
So
bit,
that's
yeah, a
the
little bit,
I'm also using a
but not
different
a whole lot.
Glencairn. I'm also using a different Glencairn. This is my Moonrise Distillery one down in Georgia.
That's a nice one.
We gotta get
It was
a
not bad.
bottle of Moonrise to do for an episode. It's one of my
Mm,
favorite distilleries.
that'd be fun.
I also just picked up
Yeah.
2 new high wire ones. One's finished in peach brandy casks and one's finished in sherry casks.
Ooh,
Yeah,
we know
pretty.
that you're
Yeah,
your affinity for sherry
I
casks.
am a
So
fucking whore for anything finished in a sherry cask.
yeah, I was gonna say that, and I decided to go nicer, but I don't know why.
Nah, dude. I would do sex acts for a
Mm.
sherry cask finished bourbon. I don't mean that
Jesus
I don't mean
Christ.
that as a turn of phrase. Like I mean that literally
Like
I would
literally.
be a whore for a sherry finish. Like if I didn't
So
have any
back to the old
money,
Fitzgerald on the nose. Honestly, it's a little bit of ethanol. I mean, it's 100 proof. It's bottle and bond, but it's a
very
bit lighter, a little
fruity.
bit sweeter.
I get
It's a little some
fruit.
fruit. I get fruit, and I also get like almost like cookies. Like it's kind of sweet and like weedy.
Yeah, we that's with like a lot of bourbons. It's almost like that graham crackery.
Graham cracker. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm smelling.
It's pretty good. All right, I'm ready to put this in my face.
Yes, let's do it. Cheers.
For anybody watching, not listening, or for anybody listening, not watching, I do swish it around my mouth like mouthwash every time to just get that Kentucky kiss out of the way. So much better for the drinking experience as the night
Yeah,
progresses.
especially the first one.
Yeah, especially anything overproofed. I recommend that for anybody. Like if you can do it, like if you drink enough whiskey, like it makes all the subsequent sips so much better if you just acclimatize your whole mouth real quick. And then you get like that dry finish at the end too. It's more pronounced that way. It's like you shouldn't throw
This
it
stuff is
back like a
good.
shot. It's so good.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's definitely 100 proof. It has a little bit more of the bite in it than some of the other 100 proof stuff that we've had, but it's not a lot. It's not overbearing by any means. It's not like a like it doesn't punch you in the face like it's like I'm a high proof bourbon.
No, I mean,
It's
more so than more so than the larcenies. I feel like that like weeded, like sweet, like you know what
Mhm.
it almost tastes like a bourbon version of like those like fruity thumbprint cookies.
Ooh,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
I can
talking about?
sort
The
of
ones that
see
have
that a
like the
little bit. Yeah, yeah,
apricot
yeah,
filling, and
yeah.
like
With you put the jam in
they're
it and
yeah
stuff.
they're like the
Yeah, yeah,
little
yeah.
floury cookies with
My
the apricot
my
jam. They
stepmom
taste
makes them
kind of
every single year. They're
yeah,
delicious,
that
but
kind it's
that's
kind
not
of
bad. Yeah.
tastes like that. It's no, it doesn't taste exactly like that. But
It's
like
more
if
like
I had
the
to,
cookie without the jam. Like
Mhm.
it's I mean, I'm not getting the whole I think on the nose there was some fruit. I'm not getting a whole lot of fruit when I drink it.
Oh
I think I'm
really?
getting more of like the biscuity, weedy kind of maybe
I'm getting fruit on the finish, buddy.
why not
On the
sip
now
number 3? Why not sip number
on the
3?
finish on the finish. No, wait, finish on the finish. I don't know.
Maybe a little.
I'm getting
I can
some
get a
fruit.
little apricot. I think I can get some apricot. It's not like when I'm thinking fruit, I'm usually thinking more of like the stone fruit or like the raisiny kind of like taste, and I'm getting a lot more of a lighter character. So I could give it maybe like a dried apricot or something along those lines, but not like I said, it's not like a deep flavor. It's not like
No,
a really heavy oaky flavor.
no, not a lot of vanilla
It's
in this one. I'm not getting like any of that like sweet. But I'm still getting
I'm
like
getting sweet. I'm definitely getting like a sweet, like I said, like a biscuity kind of taste to it.
it's sweet. It's sweet up front, but it's not. It's sweet, but it's not. I didn't mean not sweet, but it's not like you know how sometimes you get like that like oaky vanilla character.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have
Not
that.
getting
No, no,
any of
no, no,
that
no, no.
oaky vanilla.
Mm. No, it doesn't have the oaky vanilla. I think it's sweet, but it's like you said, it's on in the beginning,
Yeah.
and it transitions out to a more, um, like you said, sort of like a fruity, but like kind of it lingers a little bit,
Yeah.
but in a very good way. Like I don't know, I
Yeah,
really enjoy it.
it definitely hangs out on your palate, and you
Mhm.
get more of the flavor. I don't want to call this okay. I want to call it a dessert bourbon, but not because it's super sweet, and I think you could drink it as a dessert. I just think like this bourbon would go great with like a plate of cookies, or
I think it
like
would
a piece
go.
of like apple pie or like peach pie or like cobbler. This would go
Yeah, cobbler. I
so
think
good with
cobbler with vanilla ice cream with this would
like a
be like,
blackberry cobbler or like a peach cobbler.
buddy. That's exactly where I'm going because I was
Yeah.
thinking my mother-in-law used to always make they would get ice cream and have like a cherry or a vanilla ice cream, and they would put this black cherry jam on top
Hmm.
of it. It's like a
Hmm.
compote, like a syrupy kind of thing,
Hmm.
and this would go so well with that because
Yeah.
I don't know, like I said, it's almost got like a cookie taste to it.
Yeah,
And I
it's
think you hit it. I think you hit it
complimentary.
on the yeah. I think you hit the nail on the head with the cookie because it has that kind of a taste that's like You could put that into the like a Biscoff cookie into
Yeah.
the ice cream, and it would go so well with it,
I
as
this
well
would
as how this would go.
this would
Yeah.
this would make like not that I would ever use a bottle of Old Fitzgerald to make a bourbon glaze, but you could.
You know, it's
You
not.
fucking
I mean,
could.
it's not that expensive, honestly.
No, but it's
Like,
hard to find.
it's hard to find. Yeah,
Like I wouldn't
but yeah, I
waste
would.
it on that.
I mean, you could probably
I can
use
find
you could
another
use
jammy.
larceny.
I was gonna say I can find another jammy weeded
Yeah,
bourbon. I bet you we
you could
said
literally use larceny, and it would be the same thing.
somebody go back and check the tape. I feel like we said a lot of similar things about larceny. Not the
Probably
barrel
did.
proof. The barrel proof is just so fucking hot that you can't taste anything anyway.
Fireball,
Dude, it's I had to put like you. I think you put some water in it, but
I
I
did.
didn't
I did
because I
that.
didn't have any available to me, and it's pretty fucking hot.
Yeah, yeah. No, this. I mean,
This is good. This
I'm
is
happy
really
with this one.
good. And you know, it's the first one we've done in a while that doesn't have any rye whatsoever.
No, and you can taste it. There's no rye
There's not an
burn,
ounce
even a
of
little
rye in
bit.
this. It's all
No.
corn, wheat, and barley. It's like
Hmm.
so good. Makers. I don't
So
think Makers has rye. I think Makers is Makers has a little rye.
makes sense, right? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we were on a weeded kick, but I
Fuck.
think it was just because we kept doing larcenies.
Yeah, we got off the weeded. Now we're back on weeded. I don't know why we ever left. We should
I
do a
don't
whole
know. I
series
don't know.
on
It's
weeded.
good. I mean, I'm down. We could do a
Oh,
I think we could definitely think of things to tie in for weeded
just don't talk about
bourbons
fucking
in
grain
general.
production.
We could talk about wheat.
Talk about the phrase bread basket.
of America.
Yeah.
Or Ukraine, because
Or
Ukraine is super well known for
Alberta.
their wheat. Alberta, like Canada.
So it was a trivia question we recently had. It was what word connects these three places? And it was like Midwest or Kansas, and then it was Ukraine, and then it was like a specific region in
One of the provinces in
one of the
Canada.
provinces in Canada. I forget which one it was. Alberta sounds right because like
Maybe.
they have a lot of cows in Alberta, so I assume they also have a lot of like grain and shit.
I mean, they usually do go hand in hand.
Better be bird of beef, only bird of beef. Anyway, um,
But yeah,
so
I think
the word was bread
happy.
basket. The word was bread basket was what connected all three of those.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Ugh.
But anyway, yeah, dude, I'm very happy with this one.
If you can
It's
find
such a
it,
good
yeah.
bourbon.
I mean, we haven't ranked it yet, but I'll just say it now. Like, if you can find it, go fucking find it. Like, get a bottle,
Yeah.
buy it, drink it. It's delicious. Share it with your friends.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I said, I think it was like $60 MSRP. It's
Yep.
not a break the bank bourbon.
and I mean, 7 years is pretty old. 7 years is pretty old. But the real question at hand today, Greg, is does it have to be old?
I don't think it really does have to be. I mean,
Does
generally,
anything have to be old?
generally, in the whole grand scheme of things throughout the kind of life of human beings as we are, we have always had to be old, but it might be changing. That might be coming to an end potentially.
I'm
Like
pretty
like
excited
a
about
telomere.
it. Like some sort like a telomere, which we thought was the problem, but apparently that's not really the whole story of the problem.
part of the problem.
It's part of the problem. So anyway, so we're getting all of this to say on the nose. Greg and I are gonna depart from our last few topics, which were more pop culture-y, and get back to our true nerd roots, and we're gonna talk about Yamanaka factors, life bioscience, and
Biosynthesis
and
ER100 or EP1 ER100.
and the ethical implications of eradicating the disease known as aging.
Yeah, which is weird that we can think about and talk about it as though it's a disease. And I mean, it's not only the disease known as aging that we're talking about right now, it is also the diseases that are associated with aging. So,
Yeah.
like other things that can come from aging that are generally in the past were thought of as just something that happens and there's nothing you can do about it. Apparently, we can do something about it now. So it's pretty interesting stuff that's going on.
So we've teased this in a few episodes, and we
Mhm.
we touched on this when we did the de-extinction
Yeah,
episode, and
what, that
we
was our
said, yeah,
first or our second episode back,
yep,
I
we
think.
said we were gonna swing back at this, and we never did, and now we are because, dude,
Look, we've been busy.
so I didn't know that they cleared the ER100. I did not know
Hmm.
that they had that, like, in January that cleared FDA approval for human trials in,
Yeah.
but it, like, for targeted things, not like let's
Mhm.
make a human as a whole
No, but
younger.
I think let's chill for a second, and take a step back because the ER
Okay.
100 is
We're getting
like
too specific. My bad.
we're getting too specific. I think we want to take a step back and talk about the anti-aging pieces a
Yep.
little bit first because this really comes back to
Why do we age, Craig?
um,
Tell me why we age.
why do we
Why do
age?
we
There's
age?
a lot of different reasons. There's a lot
Let's
of different
start
things
there. Let's start there.
cellularly. So I think cellularly, a lot of the things that you're looking at is every time a cell divides, which I mean, our cells, we have millions and billions of cells that are in our bodies, right? And every single time that they divide, they have to be copied. All of the DNA in the cell has to be copied. And uh, another step back, the central dogma of biology is that all cells have DNA. DNA makes proteins. Proteins are the building blocks that make life. So, DNA is the blueprint or the code that literally puts us together and that makes us what we are and makes us look how we are and makes literally all life on the planet work how it works. When you have DNA,
Except
it
jellyfish, those
codes
weird
for
fucks.
protein. I mean,
They
they
have
are
DNA, but
odd.
it
They still
doesn't.
have
That
DNA.
doesn't.
It's still the same
Yeah, I know,
thing.
but it works. It works weird there.
It's just because it doesn't break down for some reason, which
Yeah,
is why
they're
it's
just
studied.
like functionally immortal. And
It's
then
just like how
actually
sharks don't get
lobsters too.
cancer.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
lobsters
sharks don't get
too.
cancer. Lobsters only die because they're.
They get too old to have the energy to shed their shells. They
It's
literally
because yeah,
die in their
because they're
shells.
too big, and there's like a Goldilocks zone of how big you can be and excrete the gases and stuff that they have in their body because they don't actually have like lungs, so it's like difficult for them to live. So then they can't physically do the things that they need to do because they're too big to do them.
They don't get
Uh,
old. They just get too big to live.
Exactly. So anyway, so back to what we're talking about with the cellular stuff. There's a few different factors that when cells divide, they have to copy all of that DNA, and in that process, sometimes there's mistakes. Sometimes there's things that aren't programmed correctly, that isn't copied correctly. So the cells have small issues in them. These small issues are normal. Most of the times they are fixed when they happen, but sometimes they aren't, and your body will like kind of shut off that piece of DNA that gets messed up so it doesn't make wrong proteins. Yes, Anthony, with your hand raised.
Yeah, so I think it's important here to like mention that, like, not everything in your DNA is working all the time. There's like genes
No.
that are on and off. And that
Hmm.
is, so there's genetic and then there's epigenetic. And it's like the on and off stuff
Hmm.
that is like, that's the shit that gets scrambled about.
Hmm. Yeah, because there's something called shoot, I'm going way back right now. What are the two different ones? It's chromatin is what the DNA strands are, and there is euchromatin and there is heterochromatin. Heterochromatin is stuff that doesn't get coded. It's pretty much like super densely packed DNA that the pieces that break it off and make proteins out of it uh, don't can't really access that stuff too well. And then the euchromatin is the stuff that the cells are designed to actually create proteins off of. So there's strands of DNA that are like available for the cellular machinery to turn the DNA into proteins.
Yeah. So like a good
Uh,
way to think of it is like genetics for like hair. Like the genetic, like, you are, like, you have hair. The epigenetic expression is like what color your hair is, or are you gonna go bald?
mhm.
It's like
Yeah,
epigenetic is like like you have your genes, and that's determined by the DNA, and then you have the expressions of those genes, and that's what
yeah, like
gets.
how it actually
Yeah, like,
works.
so
Yeah.
like when you bald or your hair
Hmm.
grays, like, that's, we think of that as aging, and like
Hmm.
bioscience basically said, It doesn't
Kind
have
of.
to. Doesn't have to be that.
I mean, it is aging, but can we fix the
Yeah.
pieces that are happening? And they
Why
found out
does
that they
that
could.
happen? Why does your hair
So
turn gray? Oh, because your gene, because epigenetic noise decided that it didn't
yeah,
want to make the pigment anymore. But it's just a
yeah,
fuck up.
yeah. Which is the stuff. It's the mistake that happens that the gene shut it off, and what it does is it methylates. So it pops methyl groups, which is just carbon and three hydrogens, onto the piece of the DNA that the cellular machinery would kind of bind to it to make the new protein. And it puts something there to make it so that it can't attach to it. So
Yeah.
it just stops making it.
It's like when someone
So
turns like you're in the bathroom and somebody turns the light switch off and it's like, hey, fucker, I was using that.
yeah, I'm not done
Like
yet.
I'm
But
not
it's like,
done.
yeah,
You're
you're done
nah,
with
nah,
it.
you're done.
Yeah, you're pretty much done with it, or like a piece of a building or something that is like dilapidated. It's kind of messed up, and they just like close the door on it and lock it so people can't go in there. That's kind of what
It's
they're
like
doing there.
we could still be using that.
Technically, you can fix it and use it, but you shouldn't go in there.
Nah,
So
we
we're
got
just going to
this.
close it.
Nah, it's fine. You don't need that.
It's more effort to try to fix it. We're just going to leave it alone. So what happened was in I believe
2017.
2012.
Oh,
Well,
2012. We're
2012.
going all the way back to Yamanaka.
Calm down.
Okay,
Yeah,
my
we're
bad.
going to Yamanaka because this is where it starts. Man named Dr. Shinji Yamanaka, I
That
believe.
sounds right.
I think it's Shinji.
I don't want to misquote
Um,
it.
yeah, if you can check that just to make sure. But Yamanaka, he discovered these things called Yamanaka factors. And there are four factors: OCT4, SOX2, KLF4, and CMYC that play a part in how the cellular machinery works in expressing these genes. So I don't want to go into a whole bio lesson per se, but
No, I think let's keep it high level
these
and talk about the
yeah, I'm trying to keep it. I feel
implications.
like I've already gone too far in. But so these factors, what they pretty much do is they will the first three, the OCT, SOX, and KLF4, they go into the cell and pretty much take um, that heterochromatin I was talking about before. That's not really transcribed. Not you can't really create proteins out of it. It takes them and makes it possible to create proteins out of it. And then as part of their processes, they trigger other parts of the cell to come in and they will demethylate the stuff that's turned off. They will also fix the telomeres. So the telomeres are just like the end of a strand of DNA. It's just a repeating sequence of a single like DNA
It's
piece
like it's
that
like extras at the end that the body
yeah,
has because it knows shit's gonna get
it's
chopped off that
and
protects
it's
you
the
from
end.
damaging the real DNA.
Exactly.
Which, fun
So it
fact, to go back to
fixes those.
lobsters, that's why lobsters don't age because they have proteins that rebuild their telomeres.
Their telomerase works. Yeah. So they that's what this does. It makes your telomerase work again, and it rebuilds them. And essentially, it takes your cells that are designed to do certain things, like your hair cells, like you were saying. Well, hairs are dead, so that's a bad thing. But
Yeah.
like your like skin cells or your liver cells or your bone cells, they're all kind of made to do a certain thing, and it makes your cells not be differentiated like that, so that they can do whatever. And that's called a pluripotent stem cell. So it literally reverts the cell pretty much back to how it started.
Yeah.
So that was the big breakthrough.
Like, for anybody
Uh,
that's not keeping up. So if you remember the big stink back in the day
Sorry
about
if I'm
like,
going too deep. I'm
no,
sorry.
you're good, but like back in the day, like you had like the embryonic stem cells, and that was like a huge,
Mhm,
big fucking thing. Well, it's not a thing anymore because now we just take like normal adult human cells and can revert them all the
mhm.
way back to what is literally exactly the same as an
Same thing.
embryonic stem cell. It's
Yeah,
just
they call
an
it an
I
induced
induced
pluripotent stem cell.
pluripotent cell, and we
Mhm.
could do a whole nother episode on how we can teach those to do
Yeah,
fun shit like targeting
they
cancers,
can.
but we will skip
Yes.
over that part. But
Yeah.
essentially, the whole idea of what he did and those factors that Greg's talking about and writing them back, like that all started with the idea that aging is the phrase thrown around in this industry is like epigenetic noise.
Hmm.
It's like it's not like the I think the best example that I saw of it when I
Hmm.
was looking at stuff is like it's a software issue, not a hardware issue. So like
Mhm.
if you think of like your body and how it's supposed to function as a CD, when you're born, it's pristine and shiny. We've all pulled the CD out of a case and it's great. It runs great. And you put it in and you listen to it and there's no fucking problems. And then over time, you get scratches in the CD and the CD scratches and it still works. You can still hear the song. You still know what the song is. You can still sing along with it. But every once in a while, it fucking skips. The skips are you getting old. What he did with those factors is essentially figured out a way to like genetically polish the CD.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it kind of goes back. It's pretty much the to go into the technical stuff that myelination that we or the methylation that we were talking about and the telomeres deteriorating. It fixes all those things, so it gets rid of all the epigenetic noise and makes us back to kind of square one. So it's a super cool thing that this is the science. Yamanaka found this again. He won the new Nobel Prize for it back in 2012, and now that it's been out for a while, the pharmacology part of it and the pharmaceutical companies are figuring out how to use the science and put it into a usable form. So
Yep.
it's pretty freaking cool.
Enter 2017, Life Bioscience and Dr. David Sinclair,
Yep.
who's been super vocal on podcasts about being like, yeah, aging's just a disease. We don't have to age. Like you don't have to die because you're old.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. And I
No,
mean,
but he
and talking
fucking
about this,
means it. He means it when he says it,
it's because I
and he's
mean,
fucking right.
fast forwarding a little bit, them using this stuff in like mouse models and stuff. I was looking at some of the trials and stuff before we had this episode, and th- giving these treatments
Yeah.
like in mice, it changes the median age. It raises the median age of the population of mice by 100%.
Yeah.
Literally doubles their age, and
Yeah.
not only does it double their age, it drops the frailty factor, so they don't go through the aging
Well,
process. So
they took
it's
a
crazy.
they took a blind mouse and gave him his fucking sight back, and that's
Well,
literally
that's
the first.
specifically the
Yeah,
ER100.
we'll
Yeah.
we'll, we'll jump ahead to like the FDA approved human trials because
Mhm.
they're literally using this in a targeted way on people. Now,
Mhm.
I think it's to be clear, Yamanaka got his
Yeah.
Nobel Prize by taking cells and taking them all the way back to
Well,
stem
he
cells.
discovered these factors. He discovered these
Yeah,
factors that could do this. That was how he got his Nobel
yes,
Prize.
but what they found out after the fact was you don't have to take them all the way back.
And you don't want
And you
to.
knew because then you get lots of tumors. Because then you get lots of
Yeah.
tumors.
Yeah, it makes these things called, I think they're tetragenetic tumors that they do
Yeah,
because
because you just like make
the
a bunch of
fourth
stem
factor.
cells that like don't
Uh-huh.
know what they are, so they just
Well,
become random shit.
and also like the first three factors, like I said, they kind of set it up so that the cells can go back. The fourth factor is the CMYC or the M in there because for some reason they get rid of the C part. Well, it's because C is for cellular and the MYC is the actual factor. But
The
the
Mick was
CMYC,
a show on FX starring
it
the
was
lady from.
canceled
Oh,
way too soon
it's
too.
such a
I
good show.
love that show. Um,
But
but anyway, so
sorry for the
the
Mick.
CMYC, the CMYC, it causes rapid dividing. So
That'd be the pluripotent
if you're
part.
doing this, if you're doing, it would be the tumor part
It's
because
the
it just
tumor part.
causes rapid dividing of stem cells, which makes some pretty nasty cancers. So you don't really want to just inject people with this stuff right
Those
off the
poor
bat.
mice that had to figure that out.
For the mice,
To the mice. Shout out Torin.
from having at one time worked in a testing lab that used mice.
I was gonna say
For the mice,
you and Torin have between the two of you have killed so many mouses.
Torin way more.
Oh yeah, so many more. I said between you two, but yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a middle ground where you
Mhm.
don't go all the way back, but you go far enough back that you fix shit that was broke. It's the polishing of the CD, not
Mhm.
the endlessly replicating the CD and throwing stacks of it at people.
Yeah, it's so many CDs. Take my mixtape. Take my mixtape. Take my.
Yeah, it's like listening to like all of the CDs slightly misaligned all at once.
Yeah, it's just everybody that's ever had a SoundCloud account just throwing CDs at people is pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
but
so Yeah, so jump. So that's the you just keep jumping into the technical, and I'll keep dumbing it down for the dumb people.
Yes, no, that's definitely what we, yeah. I felt like as we were talking, I'm like, I'm going too deep. I'm going too deep. I'm going too
Yeah,
deep.
it's like, buddy, you just talked about like chromatids and like densely packed, like
Yeah, no, it was
no, not bad.
my
It's
my
good.
microbiologist is showing.
Greg, your degree is showing.
Anyway,
Anyway,
but
so
so I mean, fun fact, this well something neat.
something.
This ER100, now that we're talking about it, the main thing that they're using it for currently, or that the clinical trial is for looking at optic problems,
Open angle glaucoma,
yeah, it's glaucoma and ischemic. What is it? Is
optic neuropathy,
ischemic?
Nanion.
Yes, Nanion. Yep.
Non-arthritic arterial ischemic optic neuropathy.
So, so also before this episode, I was talking with my wife about this, who's an optometrist. So she was very interested in all of this stuff and was talking to me about how, like, when I first told her that it was like fixing glaucoma and the ischemic issues, she's like, "How? It just kills the cells. Like, what are they doing?" And
Why
what
are
it
the
actually
cells
does,
dying?
well, it's not only the cells dying, because the cells aren't necessarily like dying per se. It's that most nerve cells, because what it's doing is it's targeting these nerve cells with this treatment that makes them go back to like a semi stem cell state, and it is making it so they kind of forget that they're not supposed to kind of fix themselves. So these cells that were damaged, and they had problems with their axon, so like the part of a cell that transmits a neurological signal, or like a electrical signal from the eyes to the brain that tells what you're seeing. It makes it so that the body can fix that, which it usually can't fix that outside of when the cells are very young and when they're actually stem cells. So this allows them to repair themselves, and it works. It works very well. So it's super interesting that it's just like an injection into your eye that can really more or less cure your glaucoma.
Now, here's the thing. I don't. So it's still in phase one. I don't
Mhm.
think they've actually released the results yet. Because like nothing.
No, it's
Yeah, I was gonna
still
say.
phase one,
Yeah,
and it was just in
nothing.
January. It's going to
Yeah,
be a
yeah. I was
while.
gonna say nothing. I look up tells me
Mhm.
if like these people can see again.
Well, they wouldn't have put it in if it wasn't helping people see. But yeah, I mean, that's what you were talking about, like in the mouse trials, that they took blind mice and made it so they could see again. So it's in a trial. Like phase one trials are a small group of people that have already exhausted all of their other options, uh, and that's who they start phase one trials in. So it's very,
It should be easy to find. It should be easy to
it's going to be
find.
a bit.
It should be easy to find people for like when they do like the just the whole body get younger trials because
Everybody old.
everybody old, everybody's exhausted all their
Well,
options.
glaucoma is extremely prevalent as
Yeah,
well. Like it's not hard to find people with glaucoma. I'm guessing though, like I said, because this is a phase one, I haven't really delved into the trial itself, but I would
it's like I
anticipate
think it's
that they're
like
looking at,
12. I think it's like 12 people in the first.
yes,
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
not a
they're
lot.
probably, like I said, looking at people that have already exhausted all of their other options, that they're trying to restore their sight or trying to slow down their glaucoma. So
Oh, they
it's
weren't even dosed
going to be
till
smaller.
June. They were approved in January. They literally the first
Yeah.
dose was in June. And it's 18. 12 with
Yes.
12 with glaucoma and 6 with the ischemic optic neuropathy.
hmm Yeah. So, well, I mean, either way, that it's a similar thing that's
Yeah,
happening
yeah,
that they're
yeah.
fixing. Yeah. So, but yeah, now that's what they're doing with it right now. But that's what's approved. And again, in talking with my wife about it, we were kind of speculating what the plan was going forward, because if you're able to kind of regrow those axons or regrow these nerve fibers like that, it really opens up a lot of doors for like Alzheimer's and multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, all of these neurological diseases.
Yeah, anything where like the cause are like the cells doing shit they're not supposed to do.
Hmm.
All of them. That's like, and then
Yeah.
there is like literally just getting old. Like they like the mice that they did the trials. Like mice do get
Hmm.
like little wrinkles. The wrinkles
Hmm.
fucking went away. Like
Because your
gray
elasticity
hair.
comes back in your cell
Yeah,
because it starts producing
like
elasticin again.
gray
Or
hair.
elastin.
Like old
Yeah.
like you know how like your pets like get like start to like change fur
It's a little like,
color.
yeah,
Like it went like they didn't make the mice live longer. Like I think that's the key thing to understand here. Is like yes, the mice lived longer, but they didn't extend the life of the mouse. They reversed the age of the mouse.
yeah. So
It's like they
it's
didn't
crazy.
like yeah, because it's not
They
like
fixed the problem. They
yeah,
fixed the
yeah,
issues.
don't think of like let's say that this in our lifetime there's a reasonable chance that it becomes an like David Sinclair, like the founder of Life Bioscience, is like dead set that like aging is something that we can cure like we cure any other disease.
And I think it's being shown that
I'm
it is
pretty
now. And I
sure
think that
he's right.
we've never looked at it this way. I
My
don't think
bigger
before
question
they
is why the
found this
fuck
out.
more people aren't talking about this? Because like within our
Yeah.
lifetimes, we might just straight up. Because here's the thing: it doesn't really fucking matter how old you are when they figure it out, as long as you're still alive.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, I mean, because it does, like we're talking about all these diseases of old age, it can fix them.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
like you
Yeah,
might need a
it's
new
I
liver,
keep
but if we can
saying,
do this, we can get you another liver.
yeah, I think I keep saying it's crazy because
It
this is
is.
this is something that
This
Anthony
is
has been wanting us to do for like months, and we've
yeah.
just been kind of pushing it off, pushing it off, pushing it off. And before we dove into this episode, I did a bunch of research on it and was like, this is
Why
really
the fuck
freaking
aren't
cool.
it's literally science fiction?
It
It's like
is.
why the
It
fuck
is.
aren't people talking about this?
I don't know. And I mean, I think like I don't know. I don't know, but I can conjecture as to, or I can speculate as to why people wouldn't be promoting this so much because
Well,
there's a lot of
there's
pieces that are kind of questionable in this
there's a lot
game.
of socioeconomic problems that come with making
Yeah.
a population that doesn't die of old age.
Yeah, there's a lot, and but there's also, I mean, so first of all, like the clinical trials, like we said, phase one, early infancy, people are just now looking at it.
Sorry, I just my mind immediately went to the purge.
Why did it go to the purge, Anthony?
Well, because if we fix this problem before we fix a lot of infrastructure problems, we're just gonna have
It's
to
gonna be there's gonna be a lot of other
we're
problems.
just gonna have to purge.
There's, I mean, honestly, the world right now is not ready for us to reverse aging. I don't think. I think that we are in. I don't know. I think that so. My perspective is with this science is to use it to fix, like we were talking about, these kinds of diseases of aging,
Sure.
the Alzheimer's, the glaucoma, the vision loss, the MS, the Parkinson, these things that are like really plague people that would otherwise be healthy, you know? Because like Alzheimer's is crazy. We have a friend that their dad had Alzheimer's, and when I met him the first time, I was like, oh, he seems completely normal. And then I saw him again about a year later, and again, you talk to him, seems completely normal until you realize he just tells the same stories every time. So he sounds completely normal in conversation because usually when you have a conversation with a new person or a short conversation, you can kind of have a bottled response and like things that you want to talk about. But when he runs out of his bottled responses, he just starts them over again. And it was very interesting when I was with him long enough to see that that was happening. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy to like think that. And otherwise, completely healthy
We
guy.
could probably do a whole episode on like Alzheimer's and Alzheimer research and like what
Hmm.
they think like what the like there's a huge like divide in that community about like what causes Alzheimer's because it was always like plaque in the brain and now they're kind of like
Yeah, the beta
we
amyloid
kind
plaque.
of just made that
Yeah.
shit up.
I don't think they made
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit
yeah.
up.
No, no,
That's
no, no. That was
definitely
nah.
it's definitely a
That
piece of it.
whole assertion was based on one study, like done in like the '70s, and no one ever really went back and checked on that shit.
Uh, I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
I have not looked
not this
into it
episode. Not this
recently.
episode.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
We
We
should
can
do
stick
it.
on a science.
Put
We can stick
fucking
on a science track if we want
put
to.
a fucking pin in the Alzheimer's. We'll do Alzheimer's
Yeah,
next.
we'll do Alzheimer's in about 6 months or
We'll
so,
do
and then we'll do
Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, and then like Lou Gehrig's disease. Fun fact:
Lou
all
Gehrig's.
fixable by this shit.
They are, and the thing is because it's all with problems with cells that aren't made to repair themselves.
Yep.
That's that they're all they're things that they don't fix themselves if there's damage. Any kind of neurological damage, it doesn't repair. But or it doesn't. We found out it does repair, but very slowly. But
Yep.
this will pretty much make them back to where they can repair normally. So
It's like
I'm
literally
very
fact
interested
it's
in
like
how this.
factory It's like have you ever like bought like a used laptop that was dog shit and then factory reset that bitch and it runs so clean? That's it's this.
I
That's
think
this.
I think the problem, like in us talking about this right now, I'm thinking about like possible issues with it. Like you said, I think what you said right now was a perfect metaphor, because the factory reset like that, it formats everything though. You lose all of the data that was there. So if you do this stuff and you do fix these neurons, do you lose things in the process?
Well,
Do
that's
you lose
gonna.
memories?
Well,
Do
that's the
you
thing is
lose?
we don't understand. I don't think we
We
understand memory
don't,
well enough to be sure. But like,
and I think that's part of it.
I bet you were gonna fucking find out when we get some phase one super fucking Alzmatic. Is it what is? Is it like
People with
asthmatic?
Alzheimer's. No, I don't think it's asthmatic. They're like asthmatics. No, I think they're just
I don't know if
people
I
with
just made up a
Alzheimer's
new word, but
disease.
we should start
Oh,
using
buddy,
it.
this stuff is dangerous. It
It's
goes
so
down
good. It's too
way too
smooth.
easy, and it's underproof.
it's like eating cookies.
Yeah, it is like eating
No,
cookies.
can we go back? Can we go back to like why asthmatic is not a? It's because like I have
I know it's
asthma. I'm
hilarious. No, we don't.
asthmatic. I have Alzheimer's. I'm asthmatic. Why is that not a thing?
Asthmatic.
Like
I mean, I don't know. I don't know why
That's
we
just
can't.
classic like Greek root framework right there.
I mean, really, it's just because English is stupid and nothing actually follows any rules.
Well,
The only rule is that there are no rules, so
well,
just
is
go for it.
Alzheimer's is that named after a person? Was
I
it like
don't know, but I'm
Was
gonna
it like
guess so.
Doctor Alzheimer? Is that because asthma is
I,
not named
I
after a person? I don't think.
are you sure?
No, I honestly fucking know, but
Yeah, I don't actually. I'm actually gonna look it up because I'm actually
you clip this. You
curious.
heard it here first. Allsmatic. We're gonna get a movement started, not to make fun of them, but to help them.
Yep,
We're
Doctor
putting a name to their disease.
Doctor Alois Alzheimer. In 1906, he
Yes.
identified abnormal brain changes such as
Okay.
amyloid plaques and tangled nerve fibers.
But I'm not gonna. We're not doing Alzheimer's. We'll do a whole Alzheimer's thing. All I wanted to point out was that it doesn't make any sense that no one used the word Alzmatic. Anyway,
Yeah, no, I'm down with Allsmatic. I think that's we can coin the phrase.
you heard it here first. Something neat where we drink something neat, say something neat. We coined
And
it.
talk about Allsmatics.
Alzmatics.
This Alois Alzheimer guy looks exactly like Teddy Roosevelt. It's kind of
They
crazy.
all look. Everybody in the early 1900s looks the same.
Yeah, it was like 1864 to 19. Yeah, he's definitely around that time. But yep, very Teddy Roosevelt looking guy.
So yeah, so that's what we need to figure out. Is like I'm not super worried. Like if I reset my skin, like that's fine.
No, and that's
But
it's
like
the brain stuff. The
when you
brain stuff
start
is
dealing with
scary.
brain stuff, it's like okay, well, how exactly? Because you would like to think that because it's not going to restructure. Well, I guess we don't know that. I was going to say it's not. Well, I'm sure they tested it on mice when they did like the whole reverse. Did they like teach a mouse a
I mean,
task and then reset? I don't think we researched it enough. They might have. They might
but
already know the answer to that.
I mean, they might already know the answer, but I'm just thinking from a like science again there's a bridge between science and pharmacology
Yeah.
because science can find out and figure out and prove everything that it wants to, but actually taking that information and using it to develop treatments and therapies in humans is a whole nother game.
Yeah.
So it's something that like this science is super cool. But
Well, I mean, the thing
in
with
a
the
practical
yeah,
aspect,
because well, the thing with like memories in the brain and Alzheimer's
you
and the
can't test
mice.
it. You
Well, yeah, you
can't
can like
test like
teach a
nuanced
mouse. You could,
memory.
yeah, you could like teach a mouse how to do something, give it the treatment, it makes it younger again, and it still
Mhm.
remembers how to do the thing. That's like a
Yeah,
functional memory and like a complex memory of like your childhood are not the
exactly.
fucking
Like
same.
exactly. Are you going to remember how to eat and drink and
Yeah,
breathe?
that's
Probably
like a
yes,
lot of like
because we've seen
Alzheimer's
that ignite.
patients. Like, yeah, they don't forget
Yeah,
how to
you
do
still get that.
common things. They just
But are
like
you going to
yeah.
remember who your wife of 50 years is? That's a question. Or are you going to think like make new memories? And that's something that I'm actually again, I'm just now thinking about it a little bit more
Well, it's a
because
good
I've
moral
just
question.
started researching this.
Would you be okay with that though? Like if you were like real like you're gonna die from Alzheimer's. Like you have Alzheimer's, you forget a bunch of shit, like you're gonna die, and
Hmm.
you are still with it enough for your medical proxy
Hmm.
is like, hey, we can fix the underlying problem, but
Hmm.
the memories aren't gonna come back. He'll be able to form new ones, but he's like essentially your so what I was saying, like you're
Hmm.
factory resetting the computer. The operating system's still there, but your Word docs are all fucking gone. Your photos gone. You got to rewrite that shit. But your computer
That's
runs fast as fuck
rough.
now.
but you
I'd still do it. I'd still
you fast as
absolutely
fuck,
do it. But
boy.
like you're gonna be well now we're getting into like consciousness. Like are you even the same
Yeah.
person
Are
at
you the
that
same
point?
person?
It's
Yeah, I don't
what's the
know.
ship? What's the Theseus or whatever? Like if I take a board from the ship and
Yeah,
replace the
yeah,
board,
yeah,
is it
yeah.
still the ship
Every board.
Theseus?
Yeah. Well,
But
so
if I
no, it's
replace
if you take it
all the
and
boards and
over
then I
time you're
take
like,
all
oh,
those boards and rebuild it, which ship is the
it's the thesis. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah,
No,
so that gets into like the whole
it is
Neuralink.
very
I want
much
to
like
download
that.
my consciousness into a machine thing, and like, which is the real Anthony? Like, what
Yeah,
makes
who is
you
real?
you?
Yeah, is your actual consciousness you, or is the pieces of you you?
Well, and then you get
Yeah,
into
that
like
is weird.
and then there's like all those studies about like this like concept of like global consciousness where you can teach a group
Mhm.
of people in one part of the world how to do something, and then like whole groups of people in another part of the world actually become better at the task. They've done some crazy studies that make no
I
sense.
haven't looked at that.
Yeah, there's like this whole we should okay, put a pin in that one too, because there's like this insane theory of like collective consciousness that I personally subscribe to. I also think we're in a simulation. So
Anthony, you have a lot of very interesting ideas. We're in a simulation. Aliens made us.
dude,
We
on a work trip, I had a discussion with like, okay, so like you can still believe in God, I can still believe that we're a simulation. We both believe in an intelligent design creator.
I think that is very true. I think that's good. Like it's honestly two different approaches to the same thing.
Yeah,
Like it's the same thing, but
but
it's
yeah,
just two different ways of looking at
both
it.
of us can be right,
Hmm.
and that doesn't mean
Yeah,
there's not like. Here's the thing,
we're just calling it something
but like
different.
I'm in here. There's nothing I can functionally do about it. For all, if he programmed a
Mhm.
heaven or a hell, and at the end my soul in the computer goes through some sort of fucking flow chart that decides my AI decision making, how good I was, and do I get? Because that's the thing. Do I get recycled into a new AI to learn more, so I eventually become an even better? Maybe we're just a giant training ground for AI agents.
Wow. Okay, we hit a lot there.
Aliens.
And it's really funny because I'm more of the subscription of thought that we're just animals living on this world that are trying to put meaning to things, so we make shit up. Um, that's my thoughts on it. So it's very different from the two that we're talking about.
I don't know, buddy. Can
Um,
you imagine? Like, think about what we're putting, like our very primitive versions of AI, and
mhm,
like the all the different like learning that we put them through, and everything else. Like,
mhm.
who's to say that we're not just like a bunch of meat bags, coded meat bags that are just doing all sorts of learning, and when we die, it just gets aggregated, so that the thing that we're teaching gets smarter and smarter. We're just a
See,
collective
I think that
consciousness of an infinitely smart deity, i.e., religion.
I, yes, all religion or most religions are just finding the same way to say this, or different ways to say the
Oh
same
man,
thing
you
in
know,
my
by
mind.
that logic, I
Yeah.
actually think I'm a Hindu now. Infinite cycles of rebirth until you get so smart over the course of all of your lifetimes that you are good enough to be deployed, and
Yeah.
that's called
Very,
enlightenment.
very, very Buddhist. Yep.
I don't think it's
Uh,
Hindu's reincarnation, Buddhism.
Buddhist is reincarnation.
I
Or
think they're
Hindu too. I think
I
they're
think
both
they both might be.
reincarnation,
They both might
actually.
be. Not a
I
religion.
could be wrong. I know
Put
Buddhism is more of
put
a
a pin in
philosophy
it.
than a.
Great other
Yeah,
episode.
we can really dive into a lot of different
But
things with this
isn't it going
because
to throw the programming for a loop when none of us fucking die?
and I think that is an issue because we are already way overpopulated for what we are doing. Like if you look at a population curve of people,
Yeah.
it's like a moderately flat curve from like I don't know, the BCs, like a long time until the discovery of penicillin. And then it just explodes.
But
Uh,
yeah, but life expectancy. So like the population jumped way up, but we've
mm,
been pretty stagnant with life expectancy for a while now.
I mean, not super long. I
Relatively
mean, in the
stagnant.
for the past 100 years or so, yes.
Yeah.
Uh, but what I'm talking about is like pre that. Like we boomed like well before that, and now we've exploded. But the thing is we are very, very good at staying alive now, and the things that used to limit our population are mostly non issues at this point.
Like saber-toothed
Uh,
tigers.
more disease and
The
famine,
dodo bird.
but the
The
dodo bird's the
deadly
problem.
dodo bird. We killed that
Definitely,
bitch off.
definitely dodo birds, carrier
But
pigeons,
I bet you
and
there's a
Tasmanian
pretty I bet
tigers.
you there's
Those
a
were our
pretty
issues.
there's a like when would you kill off the dodos? Like early 1900s?
Yeah, it wasn't that
Yeah,
long
yeah.
ago.
I
It's
bet
kind
you
of sad.
there's a direct correlation to the increase in life expectancy and the death of the last dodo bird. I bet you I could plot that. I could make that statistically relevant.
And again, correlation does not necessarily mean causation,
I don't think that's
as
the saying.
scientists like to say.
I think correlation is an exact
Is
representation of what caused the
definitely
problem.
causation. Oh,
Oh
buddy. But
man.
yeah, no, it's an interesting world that we're like moving into, and it's terrifying and intriguing all at the
Well,
same time
here's
because
my question.
intriguing for the disease issues, like the neurological disease, but the anti-aging stuff is
Like,
terrifying because like how do you decide who gets to live?
yeah, how do you decide who gets this? Is it just the rich to live forever? And the oh, so I wanted to
It's
bring this
gonna have,
up.
I mean,
Did you look
in
up that?
Western culture.
Did you look up that Justin Timberlake movie? The in
No, I
time or whatever
didn't.
it
You
is.
told me to. I
So anyone,
didn't.
hold on, let me look up the actual name of it because I don't remember it. So there's a movie that Justin Timberlake was in that I it might have also been Emma Stone. Um,
I think it was. I know, yeah, I know of the movie you're talking about, but I have not seen it.
so the whole point of it's in time. I was right. So the whole idea is people get to like their early 20s and then stop aging and a clock starts on their arm and they like work to like get time. Like time becomes the currency. Like time
Mhm.
is the currency for everything and it's like if you run out of time you die. And there's like the wealthy that are like hoarding all the time. So it's like I I don't think we're gonna get to the point where like a clock shows up on people's arms and like time becomes currency. But like essentially,
No.
like if nobody can die of old age, time kind of does because like the idea of money at that point like totally changes meaning. Like the idea of like putting money into a 401k for like interest like down the road, it's like do you ever retire because you never get fucking old?
Or does it get even more important to plan it out because your retirement is going to be a lot longer? So your first like half of life is trying to amass wealth that will continue to generate money that you can retire on, that you don't have to work anymore
Then
for the rest
then
of your
who's
life.
gonna do the we just have kids, but like who's gonna do So like the kids
Kids
grow
like
up and
that. This is a problem.
what age do we
Like that.
choose? What
That's
age
really
do
the
we
issue.
choose people? What age do we decide people stop aging? Do we let people get to 60 before they're even eligible?
I don't know, but then also then it's like, are we stopping aging? Or I mean, from
Yeah,
what we're talking
let's
about,
let's
we're
take this to the
reversing
extreme.
aging.
Let's take this to the extreme and just assume we can
Uh-huh.
keep reprogram like cells can't let's operate off of like their own tenets.
Like you stop
Cells
where
can
you stop.
reproduce infinitely.
Hmm.
Um cells can reproduce infinitely. The only thing that causes disease, the age related diseases or like the genetic related diseases, is epigenetic noise and
Hmm.
inconsistencies with the cellular splits. And we will have an injection or a pill that we can take that just
Hmm.
fixes all that shit overnight as we sleep, and we wake
Hmm.
up without lines on our face, and our bones feel great, and our muscles are stronger, and our fucking hormones are appropriately regulated, and I can see again, and I can remember everything. Like, let's just assume that like we
It
literally just
fixes all the problems.
eradicate a like because there
Hmm.
we don't we've more or less shown that as long as we keep taking in food and water, the cells can just they can
Keep going.
infinitely. The whole point is that
Hmm.
we're going back to
The whole thing
the
is they're
whole
fixing
they're
themselves. They're
yeah,
going back to where they need to be, to where they can repair themselves,
but
and
to
they didn't lose the ability to do that
yeah,
anymore.
but like to our knowledge in the animal world, in our biology, there's no limit to the number of times a cell can replicate so long as we can fix the fuck up. So long as you can polish the
Mhm. Yeah,
scratches.
if you're making a perfect copy of your skin cell, there's no reason that it shouldn't always be a good skin cell.
And it'll just keep doing that. So like let's take their research to like the nth degree of the possible, which is you will never die of old age.
Mhm.
What age do we try to get, and I'm assuming at the technology, what age do we stop people at or take them back to? Like if I'm 70, I don't want you to knock me back to 16.
Yeah, well, I don't think you could be knocked back to 16 in theory, because you're
Yeah.
still going to have the mentality of the 70-year-old.
Hmm.
Like, if,
You
as
know
long
what,
as
we're
this
also
works,
assuming
like
the
your brain world, it's your body is going to be better. But I don't know, because there's also like different like hormone components and like other things that are like trigger throughout your life cycle that make different things happen. That's not necessarily just the cellular aging that gets you to where you are.
yeah.
There's like other pieces
Like
that
your
make things
bones
happen.
aren't going to get smaller because of this. Like you're not going to
Right.
shrink
They
3 feet.
gonna recalcify, so you'll actually probably grow anything you shrank, which is interesting, because that is something that they were talking about in the mice, or something that
Yeah,
they're looking at, is
they
that if you
reversed
use this in bone
osteoporosis.
cells, yes, they
It's
reversed
fucking wild.
osteoporosis. They remineralized the bones.
It's insane.
Um,
It's to use
yeah,
your words.
it's
It's fucking
crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy.
Because
Yeah,
it's like it's not because it's like
it's something neat.
the idea of the movie In Time, where everyone gets to
Mhm.
like 24 years old and then stops aging, is like
It's kind of.
it's a
I mean,
very
I think that you
realistic plot. It's like
probably
a real thing. It's like the thing that's gonna happen. We're all gonna look like we're young
sort
again.
of.
God, it's gonna
But
make
I think
dating
the thing
so
is,
hard.
like, we're talking. What'd you say?
That it's gonna make dating so hard. Like, can you imagine, like 100 years from now? Let's assume that a super
I don't know
volcano
where you're
doesn't
going to
go
go with
off, and
this.
this like works, and it's just like, how do you even like, how do you like? Somebody will be 250 years old, looking like they're 25, and then there'll be like a new actual 25-year-old, and be like, I'm 100 times older than
Yeah, no, I think
10 times,
it's
10
crazy,
times older
but
than you. I've lived 10 of your lifetimes.
I'm just gonna let it go. Yeah, no, I don't under. I think like
Would that be weird?
I think that
Is that weird?
I think there's way bigger issues than what you're talking about right now. I think that
I
that is
don't think
such a
there are.
minor problem,
Are you allowed to date someone 1/10 of your age?
buddy. Like, are you allowed to have kids anymore? Are we allowed to continue
Well,
to
you gotta have some
repopulate?
because like
Are
people
you
are still gonna die from like it doesn't stop you from getting in a car crash or getting
But I think
shot.
if you look, I don't know for sure, but I think if you look at the numbers
How
of
many
people
people
that
die
die
of?
from illness or age-related illness versus the numbers that die from car crashes and like other causes is significantly lower. Like it's probably something that I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass right
Yeah,
now,
but I hear
but I
half.
think it's probably a lot less, and I think there's going to be a lot more people that are going to be living a lot longer. So the issue is like, are they gonna have to like limit reproduction? Are you gonna have to like how do you determine if you get to live longer? And like you're talking about with this whole thing is you were looking at it as like an age that you can take therapy. What if you get like early onset Alzheimer's or something? Do you get to take the therapy even if you're like 45 or something and you're having brain problems? Or like how do you where do you draw the line here?
So I mean, like, not that we're gonna solve and legislate this on the call. It's like 200,000 all unintentional injury deaths in the United States. Looks like it's about 200,000 a year.
What is the old age
I don't
related?
know. I'm on like
Can
I'm on a
can you
different
can you Google that too? Because I think
deaths
so 200,000 versus
deaths
from natural causes. Yeah,
from
it's got to be what it's
age
a lot
and
more than that. 200,000 is not
disease.
that many compared to like the repopulating
Yeah.
numbers.
United States medical examiners classify vast majority of annual deaths, roughly 2.8 to 3 million total deaths a year, as dying of natural
Yeah.
causes, old age, or other. Yeah, so
So more than 10 times as much.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cancer. I
So
mean,
that's
cancer's
going to be
fucking
a problem.
620,000 of them. I mean, this basically fixes
Exactly.
all the cancers.
Fixes cancer. This fixes cancer.
This
Yeah.
basically fixes like not like I need
So
people
it
that are
also kind
listening
of
to this
makes
to
more
understand that
cancer,
we are
weirdly
not
enough.
hyperbolizing. Like it,
Yeah.
like they're using like the same technology
Yeah,
they use
this
to like
was like
make CAR
something we
T
were talking
cells.
about in another thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah, we'll touch on another one. But like they're using the same tech, but like honestly a dumber version of it to it just fucking fixes cancer.
Sort of. It's a more specialized version. It's like CAR T cells versus these things. It takes these cells that are able to become other cells, turns them into things that can attack cancer cells, and it attacks cancer cells and then becomes the correct type of cell.
Like
In a
in an
nutshell. It's
insanely
so cool.
efficient way.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
It's
So neat.
we're so close to like all the things we think about of like plaguing humanity from a disease standpoint.
Mhm.
We're literally we in our lifetimes, assuming no random acts of violence, assuming we're not are you the criminals from the statistics? You ever, you ever watch New Girl?
No, I
Yeah,
have not, but
It's
yeah,
Schmidt from New
yeah,
Girl. Like so he like hears
it's
a noise
hilarious.
downstairs and he like yells and he's like, "Are you the criminals from the statistics?"
Yana's been trying to get me to watch New Girl for like
It's
years,
so
and I
good.
watched the first episode, and I'm like, I just don't think it's for me.
Ah, you're out of your mind. It's
I just don't
fantastic. You
think
should
it's for
watch
me.
it. Yeah, you should watch
Okay,
it.
I don't know.
So like in our like in our lifetimes, our generation,
Mhm.
I think is going to see the. I think this is going to
I
happen.
think so too.
I think like knowing how fast like other stuff worked, like I think
I
within
think it's going to.
I think 50 years is a reasonable timeline for this to be like a real and that's for like complete re-aging.
I
I think we're gonna cure a
I was
lot of
gonna
these
say
genetic diseases way faster.
I think that we're going to be using it to to fix genetic diseases and for like Alzheimer's and neurological disorders and things like that that are like big ticket items. These are huge problems.
That's in the next
As
decade or two.
I think, yeah, I think that's in the next 20 years or so. In the next 50, I feel like that this aging thing is such an ethical conundrum
It's
that like,
not though. It's not. We can
how is it
fix it,
not
but we
though?
can
Like
fit. So
how
here's the thing. I agree. Like overpopulation's a problem, like all that. But like,
it is
a
it's not just a problem, it's a massive problem.
yeah. But here's the thing.
Like,
If like smart people also live longer, like we'll just fix the problems. Like we will.
I wish that's how it worked, dude. Uh, like, I
Maybe
mean,
you
maybe,
make that a like make that a deal. Like make that part of the deal. Like, do you want to live forever? Cool. Like chemically castrated. Like you don't get to have kids.
And I think that that's kind of, but like, then do
You
you
get two
take the
choices.
deal?
You get to die and replace yourself, or you get to live like, or you get to like.
Forever.
Here's the problem: is I think
Or
most
you're a
people.
vampire.
Okay, so I still think vampires are real, but
Yeah. Of course you do. Of course. We can move on from that.
so but like, it doesn't. I think most people. I think a lot of people.
Mhm.
Eventually, I don't think like the first few generations. I think you'd have. I think if you made that the rule, like you're literally not allowed to do this treatment and have
I've
kids. You
already
can't do both.
there's already an issue here. Yes. Go ahead.
What's the issue?
It's literally going to make two classes of people.
Yeah,
Yeah. Huge problem.
the breeders and the master race.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem.
Now let's just put them on a train.
And go. Yeah, no. It's
No,
like
this
I
doesn't. I
said,
mean,
it's
this
a
here's the thing: is
massive
this
conundrum.
doesn't solve the thing that's going to kill us all, which is going to be like either a super volcano or a
Us.
gamma
Really
ray
us.
burst or
Or a nuclear war. Honestly, we are the ones that are going to kill us. Like
yeah. But
that's
here's but it,
guaranteed.
like this changes the dynamic so much. Like greed. No, but think about like the things that cause all those conflicts is like
Mhm.
greed, legacy, like making decisions. So like you think about like wars, it's like heads of state hubris that decreases exponentially if you don't have to die. Like if you don't
Why?
die,
Why would that
what
decrease?
do you like greed? Because like the whole think of it like on a micro scale and then kind of like apply it to macro is like us.
Mhm.
We work and we want to make a bunch. We there's a certain amount of money we need to make every like so that we have extra to save so that when we get old and can't work anymore, don't want to work anymore, we have enough money saved up to not do it. Well, imagine that you don't get old. You don't get old anymore. So now I don't have to
Mhm.
bust my balls. I don't have to like stockpile wealth. I could work part time, just pay for my existence as it comes.
This
Because the only thing that's gonna kill me
Mhm.
is gonna be a random act of violence, and that's the thing that sucks now anyway. Because like you save
Yeah.
up all this money and then you get like
Mhm.
murked in your 40s and you're like, but my
Yeah, that
401k,
sucks.
you don't need that
But I was
anymore.
doing so good. I
But
just
that's
bought a
the thing.
second business.
I know, but you know, like that's what I mean is like you create your money engine and then you just let it run and then you just like you don't have to save, you don't have to
Mhm.
stockpile, you don't have to break your back to set yourself up because the setting yourself up for the thing that comes never comes. You can just
I
work
think
enough to make a living to pay for your basic needs and that's all you need to do.
it's really funny because in you saying that, I've realized how differently our minds work when it comes to thinking about wealth in the future and what we're going towards. Because you're thinking of it as I work and to put things together for when I can't work so that I can kind of live. So my thoughts are I want to put things together as fast as I can so that I can grow a wealth creating system so I don't have to work in the future. I want to be able to stop working well before I can't work anymore. Like, and I think that that is a different way of thinking about it than this.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
also think
you want
that,
to make like a money you want to make like a money engine that like just runs for you so
yeah,
that
and
you don't have so like
I think that that is a different
so
wealth
you want to work really hard.
mindset.
Yeah, well, you want to work really hard
Yeah.
now. But like here's the thing is I like what I do. I wouldn't mind doing what I do forever. I would just
Mhm.
like to do it 2 days a week.
Oh, buddy, I would love to be able to just travel full time and hang out with my family and like not have to worry about work.
But what
But
happens
I
when you
also
see
have a
what you're
pretty
but in this theoretical future you live for forever. You've seen it
Mhm.
all. You've seen every mountain. You've seen now what do you do?
Yeah, well, I think I do see what you're saying there. Then yeah, you would probably go back to work.
Yeah,
Would probably do
I'm
something or
just
continue to
saying
build what I've built.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying I want to never I want to never I just want to draw
And
it out. I
also
just want to
you also
drag it
just
out.
you also just opened up a whole nother thing is do you want to live forever?
Yeah.
I don't think I do. I
Yeah,
don't think
dude.
I've ever wanted to live forever.
I wanna stick around long enough to watch it all burn because eventually it's all gonna burn.
Yeah, no. So I've never had like a thought of wanting to live forever. It's always been more of a like I want to enjoy my time here and try to make the best of this, but like I don't know, but then this introduces something different because everyone that you love is also going to live forever, and that's always been my issue is that like I don't want to live forever if everyone that I love is not going to live forever.
And find new people to love. If I'm the only one, if, like if I
Again,
I don't know,
that's
I don't
we're
mean to
touching on
sound,
different bases. This is now.
I don't mean to sound like cold, but like if I was like in
Mhm.
in a theoretical world where it's like a genie and I could wish for immortality, I like that's
Yeah,
fine. Like I don't like
yeah. I
I'll
just I
find
have never I've never wanted
I
to
love the
live
people that
forever.
are around me, and and you know this. Like I love my friends.
Yeah,
Like I love my friends. I love my family.
you are a very good friend. You're very
I may
deep in
actually love
your.
my friends more than I love my family. Don't tell them that, but this is on the internet.
Yeah,
But the like I'll find new people to love. Like I'll be sad when they die. But again, when you're talking about it, did you see the? Did you watch the show The Sandman?
sort of. I did, but more in the background while I was
Sure.
doing other
Well, so
stuff.
in Sandman, like there's a guy at the bar that he makes the bet with. It's like they'll like you'll live forever. His sister
Yeah, yeah,
death. He
yeah,
like
yeah.
makes the deal,
Mhm.
and he's like, "We'll come back. We'll meet here every 100 years." And like he had like a miserable 100 years where he was like a slave and in prison and like burned as a witch and he couldn't die. And he was like, "So do you still want to live?" He's like,
Mhm.
"Absolutely. It's fucking brilliant. Look at all this cool shit I got to see." Like, yeah, this 100 years sucked, but I have so many more.
There's that. This is just 100 years, and there's an
Yeah,
infinite number
yeah,
of. Yeah.
when you look at it in the that frame of mind of I can only die from a random act of violence
Uh-huh.
or a poor mistake driving on the highway. But here's the thing now, if it becomes less finite of like that 80, 90 year timeline, do you drive slower? Do you drive at
Are people
all?
going to be way more careful with their
Do
lives?
you drive at all? Do you hire bodyguards?
Do you just stay at home all the time?
Yeah, do you just
Do
uh
you? I mean, there are going to be paranoid people. They're going to be like craziness about like there's the whole like social dynamic of our world would shift so much if this was actually a thing that you like lived forever. Like it would be like everything would be different. It would be
I think
like everyone
the
would be.
risk takers would the risk takers would all eventually like in the time
They would beat themselves out.
let's say no one can have kids anymore oh my god, maybe this is what the Bible was talking about when it said the meek shall inherit the earth.
I don't really prescribe to the Bible, but I
Yeah,
mean,
dude.
yeah,
Who's
what you're saying,
if everyone can't die of old age, the people that just fucking
the careful
the
motherfuckers.
people that just fucking Instacart their food and live in a bunker, like they're good
Yep.
to go, man.
They're gonna live forever. I mean, what kind of life are they going to live? A life.
But
They'll
yeah,
live.
but
They'll be
again,
alive.
if theoretically it's not
Yeah,
possible, if you're not gonna die of old age and you're not gonna die and like the
that's
only
nice
things
to
that
hear.
are gonna kill you are
But then
like,
we're
but like you're so like
but then we're
viral
gonna get
things
into
can
what
still
is
kill
living. What is
you.
living then? But
Well,
then we're
yeah.
getting into
Well,
like
that's
what
the
is
thing is,
living.
I mean, like there's still risks. Like you can still die.
Mhm.
Like viral things can kill
I
you.
know.
But
As
I think you would see less war. Well, you would see a lot more war, and then you would see less war.
eventually, yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're right. I think
Well,
there would be a lot more in the beginning, and
the
then I think it would probably level off.
the important thing to remember too is like all of this is coming to fruition at the same time that we are quickly approaching. I think that we are quickly approaching the idea of like an AI singularity, where we're eventually going to build we're going to build an AI that is able to build another AI, and it's gonna and it will just you just tell it build an AI that's better than you, and it's just going to keep doing that over and over again until eventually there will be an AI that's significantly smarter than any individual or group of people on the planet, and then we'll just put that in charge of everything, and
Mhm.
it'll be an AI autocracy that'll make the
I,
best, most
Robot was a
logical
great
decisions.
movie.
But
Yeah.
have you looked up have you looked up the Chinese police force AI robots that accompany
I have
the
not.
police? Yeah, China is literally building AI robots that are trained in martial arts that accompany their police officers on the streets. They're building Terminators.
No,
I know. It's
because
like
that went
it's
so well.
yeah, dude. It's like
It is kind of
that's
crazy, like
not
how
great.
sci-fi, like science fiction in general, since like the infancy of it being a genre of writing things, has somehow almost always come to be reality
Yeah.
in some way or form. And like us being
Almost
in
like
the
someone
world,
programmed it.
no, no, no. But anyway, but us being in the world that like the Terminator might actually happen. I don't know.
You're like
It's
Skynet's not an
We're in a
impossibility.
weird
We're
place right
heading
now. We
towards
are no, no,
Skynet.
no. We are there. We are there. Like we are in the place that that could be a thing, and it's like it's very interesting because I'm Anthony. I love you. I think we have to put a pin in this because we're now into AI, and I think we should do an episode on
We should
AI
almost
because
do like a
I have.
continuation of this episode where it's like, okay,
I'd be completely down
what
for
are the
that.
technological implications of people not dying of old age?
Yeah, I know we didn't plan this at all, but let's make this a series. Let's
Nah, but
do our next
we'll
episode talking about this.
because you have to. If you want to talk about the implications of humans not dying of
There's so
old age,
much that
you
like
have to
literally
talk
like
about the inevitability that like
yeah.
because I actually think that's true. Like I actually do think that eventually our governments will be run by AI.
I think that there's a like I don't know. I mean, maybe in the future. Right now, obviously, I don't think we're anywhere near it. Like I use AI
But
pretty
I
regularly,
think we're closer than
like
you.
all
I
the
think
time.
we're closer than you think. I don't think our lifetime, but I think like in 100 years. Well, it could be in our lifetime,
I think it could be in our.
and that's the
I mean, I
problem.
think it could
It
be in our
could be
lifetime.
in our
Like it
lifetime,
could be. It could
and
be in
that's
our
why it's a
lifetime. But I
relevant
think that
topic.
I didn't say it's not an irrelevant topic. I'm just saying that we have demarcated significantly from Mr. Tamanaka's Dr. Tamanaka's research and anti-aging at this point. And I
Yeah,
think that
sort
we're
of.
broaching on a new subject
Yeah.
that we should devote an episode to because
Yeah.
I think we could do an episode on
Okay.
this.
So the
Not no
next.
problem at all.
Yeah, yeah. So the next episode, for anybody listening, the next episode is going to be a continuation of this conversation. So the lens is going to be humans can't die of old age. What are the current and future technological issues and challenges that are going to come with that? And what is the
Yeah.
morality of even letting humans live forever?
So tune in not next week, but in probably 2 weeks because I'm going to be out of town next week. Sorry, Anthony. Um,
But okay.
yeah. And we will delve into this subject because I want to go here, and I
Yeah.
think that
But we're gonna it's
this
gonna
is
be
such a
such a
fun
long episode if
conversation.
we
It's
do it
just a
now,
fun
it's gonna be
conversation.
so long if we do it now.
But this is going to be a 4 hour episode
Yep.
because I'm feeling this old Fitzgerald because it is 100 proof and it is delicious and has been going down too easy. And
As
I
a
want to keep going, but I think we need to
yep,
stop.
as a brief as a brief quick recap to what we learned in this episode, it's A, Old Fitzgerald's pretty good and we're about to rank it. But
Very
B,
good.
humans are essentially only getting old because of quote
Be
unquote
right back.
scratches on the CD. So you're a brand new baby, you come out of the case, you're a nice brand new shiny CD, it gets scratches on it. They figured out how to buff that shit out. We have figured out epigenetically using science with pharmacology to create therapies that essentially reset genes. And it has been tested and proven in laboratory conditions with laboratory animals that we can functionally reset the age of cells. And we are made up of cells, so if we can functionally reset the age of cells, that means that you can functionally reset the age of you as a person. If anyone has not seen the Justin Timberlake movie In Time, go watch it because quite frankly, that's like not what we're not talking about.
That was such a good vamp compared to the last one, dude.
Shut the
That
fuck
was
up.
like infinitely better.
Yeah, infinite being the key word because, buddy, I have no intentions of dying. I'm gonna have them de-age me, and then I'm gonna save up a bunch of money, like doing all sorts of like trading AI shit, and then I'm just gonna like give myself
Mhm.
like fucking vibranium bones and like an exoskeleton. It's getting like an Iron Man suit, so random acts of violence can't kill me.
Good luck.
I'm actually just gonna stay in my house and project my consciousness. I'm gonna download my consciousness into a
All
robot that
right,
I
so
will
you
send
can
out into
go
the
into the
world.
world.
Yeah, I'm gonna be safe.
It's kind of
I'm gonna be
weird.
safe with
Oh
my
no, I
little
need to stop.
VR. No, this is a whole nother episode.
I was about to start more talking about things because
Old
I'm like,
Fitzgerald. Old
it's interesting
Fitzgerald.
because I think working from home is kind of what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Because
working from home,
that's sort of
sending
what
out
we do
my
through a
sending out my
computer.
robot avatar with my VR
It's
goggles.
kind of what I do in my life. You do too. You work from home as well.
Yeah,
Yep, that is
I'm
kind
not.
of
I
what we
wouldn't
do.
be changing
Anyway,
anything short of a tornado or a rock slide. Wait,
old
no.
Fitz, sir.
Yeah, old Fitzgerald. So again, it's gotten better as I've drank it, as all of them do.
So I have been enjoying it immensely. So I just, when I walked away, I got my number one and my number two from our rankings
Yeah. Hold on. That's a good call. I actually have a little bit of
because
Henry McKenna 10 here that I need to.
I wasn't planning on doing this, and every time I do this, I make a mistake, and I know that I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. I'm going to. Yeah. Final taste. Wait. Oh, did you finish it first?
No.
We're supposed to final tasting this first.
No! I spilled a little bit. I'm pouring a little bit of Henry McKenna in to taste it.
Well, we're
I'm
supposed to final tasting notes before we rank, but that's
final
okay.
tasting
It
notes.
doesn't.
Final
We don't have
final
to.
the final tasting notes are it's fucking good. Like it tastes the same as it did
Delicious.
before. It's just smoother because I'm drunker now.
Honestly, I think your cookie thing was perfect. It's
Yeah.
exactly what it tastes like. It's like
The,
sweet. I mean, it's not very vanilla-y, but it's like biscuity and like
it's like one of those
yeah,
little
yeah,
apricot
thumbprint cookie.
thumbprints.
It's literally a thumbprint cookie without the apricot. A little bit of apricot in the
Yeah.
end. Yeah,
But it's if those were
it's
full of
good.
slightly
It's
burning
so good.
alcohol. It's if those were full of slightly burning alcohol.
All right. I'm gonna do my number two. My number two is Henry McKenna 10. Right, you have my rankings.
Yes,
You
they're
want to
up.
throw up
So
the
you
rankings
you have
yet?
yep, rankings are up. So
Yep.
you have the Eight
Yep.
Oaks bib for
I
one
can
and a
also
seven.
I can pick it up. Yeah. So Henry McKenna, I'm gonna pull up right now because that's my number two, and I'm gonna see where this goes with that. Just a wee dram, not even a wee dram, just a mouthful.
Every
This is
time
a problem.
every time I drink it, I'm reminded as why it's my number one. It's so good.
Smells so good.
It's so good. I'm not like that's not I Old
And
Fitzgerald's
and
pretty close.
again,
Old Fitzgerald's pretty close, but fuck
just a
man.
reminder, this is also bottled in bond.
They're
This
both bottled
is
and bond. This is a
this
pretty
single
this is
bond.
actually a pretty
I know
this
that's why
should be a
it's a
good
close comparison. Yeah.
Are they the same distillery? Aren't they both Heaven Hill?
I don't think so.
Henry McKenna's definitely a Heaven Hill.
Is it?
Yeah.
That is really good. That is good. It's definitely again more of a bourbony bourbon. It's definitely got the rye notes on it. It's a little bit more of a burn to it, like rye burn. I think it's got less of an alcohol burn. I mean, again, 10-year age stage statement versus 7-year age statement. That'll do that. All right. Now I'm going to go to my number one, which is interesting because I haven't tasted this next to anything in a
Yeah, they are
while.
both Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill purchased Old Fitzgerald in 1999.
Oh, Henry McKenna is Heaven Hill?
Yep. I know for a fact Henry McKenna's Heaven Hill. But I was pretty sure Old Fitzgerald was, but now I'm
That's
very
interesting. Can you look something up for me? Because yeah, Old Fitzgerald is definitely Heaven Hill.
Yeah, I know
the
I
other
know for
way.
a fact they both are. I know for the
Can
fact
you
now
look up?
I can look it up.
Can you look up if the Heaven Hill bottle and bond grain, the mash bill, is the same as the Henry McKenna mash bill? And for those following along, my second one that I'm comparing this to is
Yes,
the 8 Oaks
Heaven Hill
Veteran
Bottle
Cups.
and Bond and Henry McKenna 10-year single. Specifically the single barrel, the 10-year single
Mhm.
barrel Bottle and Bond. Yes, 78% corn, 10% rye, 12% malted barley. They are the same mash bill.
And this is the. We do not. I do not have the single barrel Bottle and Bond.
What for Henry McKenna?
No, the Heaven Hill. No,
No,
you're
no, no,
saying
no.
the Henry McKenna single
The
barrel
Henry
is the
McKenna
same mash
single
bill
barrel is
as
the
the Heaven
same
Hill.
mash bill as the Heaven Hill Bottle and
Okay.
Bond.
Which is really interesting because
You can tell.
you can it's the age. It's definitely the age
Yeah.
because Henry
Well, and
McKenna
it's
is
also
like
single
way
barrel.
more
They
mild.
literally
They're
they literally
similar.
pick the best barrels. Like
Yeah,
that's the whole point
it's
of single barrel.
they're
That's like
very
the whole point of
similar.
single barrel is like they pick the best ones. Like
Yeah.
frankly, what probably happens is they pull a bunch of barrels that they think
Mm-hmm.
might make the Henry McKenna 10, and the ones that are like pretty good but not super good, they pull all of those at 7 and mix them together to make the Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond.
And that's why it's good.
That's
Like it's
probably
still very
exactly
good.
what like that's the thing with Heaven Hill is they just have so many barrels to work with. That's why it's so good.
I think Heaven Hill is our favorite distillery. I mean, I think for me, like it's
They
everything
have
that
the
I
things I
love
like
is
the
Heaven
most.
Hill.
They have the things I like the most.
All right, let me try this 8 Oaks. I'm a little afraid to try this 8 Oaks because I ranked it super high, and I've had it since, and I do really like it, but I haven't had it next to things like this in a while.
It's you like it because of it's yeah, just go ahead and drink it. I mean it's still so good.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. No, that's still.
So good.
It's a very different bourbon. It's a very different bourbon from the
It's a
other ones.
U bourbon.
It's
The
the
reason
oak.
you
It's
have it,
literally the
yeah,
oak.
it literally
Yeah,
tastes like you're drinking wood.
it's literally the oak. Yeah, it's so good. I love that a lot. Yeah, I think the Henry McKenna and the Old Fitzgerald are both probably more rounded bourbons. They're probably more like the mass. Most people would probably like them better, but I'm just a sucker for that oak character, and this literally tastes like I'm just like chewing on a piece of wood a
Yeah,
little bit,
it's
and I love it.
insane. The
Yeah.
only thing that's even close to it is that David E. Double Char that we haven't done in an episode.
Mhm.
Mm.
Oh. Yeah, no, I love that so much.
Or the that Bondstown.
It's like
That
warm
has
and
a
smoky. Oh, yeah, no, that's so good.
I just did a high wire
All right,
smoke.
sorry.
Anyway, back to Old Fitzgerald.
Back to Old Fitzgerald. I know exactly where I'm putting you. I yeah, no, I do. I think oh nah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have it.
I got it.
Yeah, I got it.
On three.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 8.4.
8.4.
We did it.
We did it. We finally
I
did
had a
it.
feeling that was gonna happen.
We're so
I had a
we're
feeling that was
so
gonna
many
happen.
bottles in and we finally did it.
We
Ah!
matched them up. Is that the first one we've matched
That's
on?
the first one that we have the same. That's the first one. That's the
Wow.
first one ever.
Yeah, I think ever.
That's the
No,
first
yeah, I
one.
think it is.
It's the first one ever. That is so
That is
exciting.
hilarious.
Ding
Like
ding ding
we
ding
are in the same
ding.
place with that. Yeah,
Ding
yeah,
ding
yeah.
ding ding ding. I'm gonna pour.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna pour. I wasn't gonna have any more. I'm gonna pour a little tiny bit more. It's a celebratory. It's a celebratory because we have to do a
I
cheers at
think
the end.
I'll cheer. I'll cheers with you.
I don't have my
I
first.
shouldn't because I just had two more of other bourbons that I wasn't
Just a little
anticipating
bit.
having.
My first meeting's not till 9.
I honestly don't know when my first meeting is. I did not check. I should have.
You should probably look at that. Wait, why did I just
Yeah,
get sent a door? Oh, wait, hold on. Did I get hacked? Hold on. I just got like a DoorDash text. Did I just get hacked?
Did you order food? Sure, Anthony. You definitely got hacked.
Oh, why? That's weird. It's like I guess maybe does DoorDash fulfill TikTok orders? I ordered something on TikTok Shop.
I've never ordered anything on TikTok Shop in my life.
About 80% of the time it comes in a
Buddy, let's finish this bitch off and we can talk. We just took like 3 shots in succession right quick. Unnecessary.
Something neat. Everybody, I'm super excited to do this podcast forever.
Yeah, dude, I think something neat is this is so much fun and it's literally just us. Like, I love comments and stuff that are like making fun of us and shit. We're literally just doing this for fun. I don't give a shit.
But we have an infinite number. We can get an infinite number of followers because we're gonna live a foreseeably forever.
for it.
If anybody listened to the episode, they get it. Cheers.
Cheers
To living for forever.